What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. When we left off,
You were tired, and Gregson didn't have his voice yet.
nope, he was all over the place. He there was a stand-in. Oh, I had a button by accident as I was trying to fix my microphone. But we're back. I've got the voice back, kind of. I hope.
No, you've got it.
And now I've got it off camera. The moment I'm out of camera, I get I collapse and go back to old ways. But we're here trying to protect our fellow Japanese exchange student. And we're gonna keep pressing all this stuff to get some get some contradictions out of this.
Yeah, and Van Zieks yeeted a bottle.
Yeah, he did. All right, so the court made a run for it, and as he fled the scene, he dropped the items he was carrying. Let's press this. What items would those be? There was also a person in the photograph.
There it is. He's back, everyone.
You must be referring to these 3 used books, I presume?
Yes, unfortunately their time in the stairways left them damaged beyond salvage.
Oh.
It would be easy to carry such a small number of books under one arm as he walked. So it stands to reason that he would have been allowed to wield a knife in his other hand.
That prosecutor isn't pulling any punches.
Huh?
The argument that he held books in both hands no longer holds water. And now our escape route has been obstructed. I'm loath to admit that he is at least cunning. At least.
Yes.
So the culprit committed the crime while he was carrying those items?
Yes, so it would seem.
And now the items in question were old books. He was on the way back to the bookshop. You said the defendant had a routine of visiting the used bookshop every day, right?
That's correct. Seems the bookshop's primarily collected old books of British literature.
I must express my respect towards the accused's keen fascination for our own classic literature.
You're not wrong there. The defendant's room was damn well near overflowing with old books.
Could you tell us a little more about that used bookshop?
No, fine. Take another look at this map of the area around the scene.
Oh, fuff.
The closest used bookshop to the defendant's flat would be the Ragged Reader. The small bookshop on the corner of Briar and Merchants. By the by, the defendant's flat happens to be on the opposite side of the Briar Road.
Chain chomps.
After he bought the used books, the rat then took back to his flat. Would have been this one.
Okay, that's been updated.
I like the little guy with the top hat.
Yes.
Undoubtedly, if he took this right back to his flat from the used bookshop, then it most certainly would have passed by the crime scene.
Naruhodo, the inspector's testimony just now was incredibly important.
Yeah, I agree. The most important part of his testimony is, so the map of the area, so the bookshop is called, if we use this, I can't inspect it, but it's the Ragged Reader.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that's where the incident occurred, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this flat. And what was it called again? The Ragged Reader.
Uh-huh.
Let me see, the receipt is Tattered Tales. Ha ha!
Ah.
There we go. The name of the
bookshop.
bookshop. Inspector Gregson, can I make a request?
I don't know, can you?
Would you please add the name of the used bookshop to your testimony? Holy crap.
Used bookshop.
I tried to combine 2 words every single time I said that. I have a feeling that this could be extremely important information.
You have a feeling? That's the first.
Oh no, I mean it. It might be about a clue.
Very well, although I don't see the importance myself. Witness, we request you amend your testimony to include the name of the used bookshop.
With pleasure.
He doesn't sound too pleased to me. Alright, and there we go.
And where's the defendant's regular place for the used bookshop called the Ragged Reader?
Well, that's a little bit of a no-no, dog, because we got right here that it is from the Tattered Tales.
We got a receipt.
Title on that. Hold it, Inspector Gregson.
What is it? I'm busy, you know.
It's about the receipt we found in Soseki's room. The receipt is from a used bookshop. It was printed on the day of the crime, and it notes that he purchased 3 books.
You found this in the defendant's room?
The problem is the name of the used bookshop.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, just wait, sir.
It says it was printed at a shop called Tattered Tales Book Emporium.
Tattered Tales?
While it is true that Soseki purchased used books on the day of the crime, he did not visit the Ragged Reader.
What on earth?
His face.
Inspector Gregson, tell us more about this Tattered Tales Book Emporium.
There. As it turns out, there's one more used bookshop near the Ragged Reader. But, you see, it's such a small shop that we didn't think the defendant would go anywhere near it.
But in reality, he did. How foolish of you to assume.
Yeah.
You know what they say about assuming? Makes an ass out of you and me. And this receipt proves it.
Oh, boy.
And what is the point of this? No matter where he purchased his decrepit, moldy tomes, the conclusion remains constant.
What are you talking about? Surely this changes everything, right?
Naruto, here's a map.
Oh, thank you. Watch it be right next door.
Yeah.
Look right here. If the defendant had shopped at the Ragged Reader, then yes, he would have passed through the crime scene on his way home. But if he had been at Tattered Tales instead, then it's possible he didn't walk that way.
Is that so?
I don't remember the voice I gave for this lady.
It was something sweet.
Well, depending on where that used bookshop is, maybe.
Is it true, Mr. Tony? Yes, though right now it's only a possibility.
Inspector, where is Tattered Tales Book Emporium?
Well, you see, let me take a look. Tattered Tales would be
Ah.
around here. It's on the east corner of this block.
So he might have gone around this way.
Yes, there's 2 ways.
On the
So
right.
all we've done is create a possibility.
Yeah.
Well, how about that? As you can clearly see,
Come on, dude.
well, shit.
He's like, well, I need a drink.
It would seem that our exchange student is more of a clown than we once thought. You never failed to make me laugh.
You're not laughing, though. And he says that without the slightest trace of a smile on his face.
Well, I probably don't have to say this. But even if the fellow was at Tattered Tales, he would have definitely passed through the...
And true, no matter which way he went, I mean, technically, I guess if he was going down whatever the bottom side road is from Calabash Road, that
he'd be going past it, not through it.
Yeah, so there's that. But the unfortunate thing is that we've only created a possibility, technically, is that we're not able to be like, he wasn't there. We can only be like, he might not have been there.
Yeah, but this possibility
But that's all we need.
helps get rid
It
of...
helps us carry things forward.
It helps get rid of the whole without a shadow of a doubt thing.
We would have definitely passed through the crime scene anyway.
Indeed, as we can clearly see.
Uh,
How come you never drink it?
I'll say it once more for you, Japanese exchange student. This wine is light on the nose. Ow. No matter where he purchases decrepit, moldy tomes, the conclusion remains constant.
Ow, he says.
ah.
Little bit of glass went through my glove that time.
I don't know longer you thought you could fool us.
Just a few gashes, nothing important.
This glove will soon be red, but that's fine.
God said it, we've got enough proof.
I can repeat that.
Naruto, now is the time to stand firm.
Is it Susudo?
If you keep quiet and let the prosecution's assertions become accepted as fact, then the jurors may all make up their minds based on that.
Oh, she's right.
You should carefully rethink the prosecution's claim.
On the way back from Tattered Tales, would he have had to go through the crime scene?
No.
Raise objection. Yes, raise objection. Yes. There is a fatal flaw in the prosecution's argument.
He's like, excuse?
Talking about fatal to the Grim Reaper? How funny.
Explain yourself, defense.
Oh, that's it. My answer is, right here. When he was on the way home from Tattertales, if he were to take this route, he'd cross through the crime scene. But roads often branch off.
Yep.
If he continued walking along this route, look!
Ooh!
He would have been able to reach his flat without ever crossing through the crime scene.
Trying to argue with a poor clown's rubbish musing is boorish at best, but it is my duty. Most people would call that a very roundabout way of walking home. Remember that we're in the dead of winter, or wouldn't choose such a long detour.
Well, you see...
The answer couldn't be any more obvious. You wouldn't take the long road home.
Oof.
Our criminal took the simple route home, and his knife took the simple way into her back.
Ooh.
But you have to understand, because... I've got it now. How can you accuse him of that when you haven't even asked him?
If that's your answer, then I'm sure you must have asked him already. And his answer, I'm sure, was simply, I don't remember.
That fellow said he was always wandering aimlessly through the city, lost in thought. He claims he was wandering home as always, though he doesn't remember clearly.
Of course.
Come on. Give me something to work with.
Oh. You.
That's enough. I don't think we want to need any more aimless arguments in this court.
Stop being so graceful.
What would your opinions be, wise citizens of the jury?
But even if he did take that route, as his attorney, if I could just... Okay, so one of them was...
Hold it! Our God Lord Van Zieks statement just now. We 6 jurors unanimously agree.
Oh, what? This can't be happening.
Yes, and now we have come to one firm, unshakable conclusion.
Very well. Now, 6 jurors, the time has come. You've made your deliberations. Present your verdict to the court.
Guilty.
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 Guilty. Guilty. Well, time to go with our counter argument or our closing statement already.
Oof.
Boy, we started this trial like a half hour ago and it's already bad.
I liked the Japanese bits. That was cool. We got to hear their voices.
Yeah.
It seems the jury has reached a unanimous conclusion.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Our sage citizen jurors and their brave resolve are the pride of the great British Empire.
Naruhodo. He's dead. He died of a heart
I'm not
attack.
done yet.
This still isn't over. This is my final chance to persuade the jurors.
I have to tip those your scales. It's time for a grand turnabout. No matter what it takes, I have to do this.
The fire in your eyes tells me that you have yet to concede defeat.
You call that fire? Oh, my God. Fix sleep.
Don't tell me you plan to parade your rights around this courtroom again. Your so-called right forgotten in some dark, moldy corner of the British legal code.
You're goddamn right I will. No matter how much you complain about it, every attorney has the right to call for a closing argument. And I'm doing just that. I beat your ass last time with a mother... Okay.
Calm down, defense.
No!
Okay. Then from this point forth, in accordance with the rights prescribed by our legal code, closing argument will now begin. Jurors, are you prepared?
You should know the answer to that already, my lord. That attorney doesn't know when to give up. We all know that. I know that.
Very well, then. 6 jurors. State your reason and basis behind your guilty verdict.
All right. Let's see what they got here. Back to these judicial findings.
The murderous Jep has already said it himself.
A lady in a green coat just fell over. Who else but the victim could that be?
There's no reason you would have taken such a long ride home from the bookshop.
So basically, that guy just stabbed her right in the back. Ah, so scary.
Look, I don't even care. Just get this over with. I'm ready for the verdict.
Data Taylor's Book Emporium is a great shop. The Ragged Reader? Not so much. Okay, thanks, guys. Helpful.
Some small exceptions. The reason behind her guilty verdicts are clear.
Some small exceptions?
When the incident occurred, only the accused and the victim were present. Besides, the accused said it himself. He admitted that he saw the fallen woman in the green coat.
Furthermore, the defendant fled from the scene right after. It certainly sounds like enough basis for a guilty verdict to me.
Even the judge agrees with their findings.
Why do you have to run away from the scene? Why'd you have to run away from the scene, Soseki? And seriously, an invisible criminal? Not even I can believe that. See if you can walk a mile in my shoes.
Naruto, now isn't the time to cry over spilled milk. There's only one way for you to continue this trial.
Yeah, I know. I have to turn their verdict on its head. I need to convince at least 4 jurors.
Yes, that's correct. Let's try to be positive now.
Only 2 of them have said something about the case.
Now, attorney, begin your closing argument.
Yes, sir. I have to keep this trial moving no matter what. Stop at nothing, Rinasuke Naruto.
Oh,
Closing
here goes
argument.
the pacing.
Defensive rebuttal.
God, this game, I think, has the best animations out of all the Ace Attorney games.
I think I would agree. Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I guess
they're all so smooth.
Yeah. I guess the only thing that you could really say otherwise, or that I would say that would really give everyone for its money, would be the Dance of Devotion from Spirit of Justice.
Yeah.
Because that whole thing is also motion captured. But this whole game has a lot of things that are just really well done. Anyways,
That's what it's called, Dance of Devotion?
or was it Dance of Divination?
Yeah.
One of those things.
Devotion.
Close enough. Just a missing syllable.
The
It's fine.
divination seance. Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me,
But literally everything in this game.
yeah. Like I said, everything in this is really well done. That's what I was saying. Weren't you,
Yes, so sorry for trouble during the trial 2 days ago.
Like all of Sherlock's little... I'm sorry.
I knew it. I thought I recognized you from somewhere.
That was that smug phoenix smirk look.
So if I recall, you were a banker from the city.
Yes, that's right. You are indeed correct.
That's right.
That's right.
Oscar Fairplane, I've had to put up with a lot of trouble thanks to you.
Huh?
It was all because of that trial the other day. Don't tell me you forgot. You treated me and the young Hatter like criminals.
I did.
Now there are rumors floating around about me and the police won't leave me alone.
I had no idea. I'm really sorry.
Well, whatever the Hatter's case may be, any suspicion about me has been cleared up. Now I'm free to declare anyone I want guilty.
That sounds nice, I guess. I have a feeling it's going to be tough to change this guy's verdict.
Yeah. Now I'm worried about poor Mr. Lady first. How do you think he's doing?
Lord knows. All right, so a lady in green coat just fell over. Who else but the victim could that be? I suppose it's true the defendant said it when the incident occurred. He saw a person walking ahead of him wearing a green coat.
See, that's right. The person was clearly the victim. Isn't it obvious? And that means that the lady, the shady Japanese with the mustache must be the culprit.
But the defendant says that he didn't stab her.
Of course he says that. If he admits to the crime, it's all over for him. Oh, she just happened to fall down in front of me. That's just a lame excuse.
If he was going to make up an excuse, I'm sure he could come up with something better.
I should think as much of people like you, you dirty Japanese. Goodness.
Come on, lady. Don't just lump us all together.
Anyway, the culprit said it plain as day. There was no one else in the scene. In the other words, no one else could have committed the crime. If no one else was there, then there's no question about who the culprit must be.
Indeed, your argument is quite compelling in its simplicity.
Thank you ever so much for your kind words.
She's got me there. I had an idea for a second, but it doesn't make sense in the full scope of things since the victim's not actually dead yet. And that my thought is that if we think about the situation, is that there were only 2 people on the road. It was Soseki and then someone in a green jacket. And my thought was, okay, what if the attack on the lady happened beforehand, and then this was used as a way to essentially stage an attack, and then when Soseki ran away and a witness saw it, afterwards no one else was at the scene, so the real culprit could have potentially switched things, but then I was like, the victim's not actually dead, so that doesn't make an entire lot of sense. But I don't know, did you catch what I was getting at there, though?
Not really, no.
Okay, never mind.
I was also kind of spacing out a little bit during your droning on.
You were droning on. Okay, no matter what the reason might be, you can't deny the long way home is a viable route.
You can't make an explanation that long, or my brain just my brain will stop paying attention.
Oops. Yeah, I guess it's on the map. Calabash Road, was it? Right, that's the one.
I really like that pose of his.
But still, what's important is whether he took the road or not, right? Well, I suppose so. Due to that, we arrived at the fact that there's no evidence he went that way, right? I suppose that's true, yes. On top of all that, the defendant says that he doesn't remember where he walked, right? Now that you mention it, yes, he did. Winter nights are cold and dark. You wanted to get home as quick as possible, right? I'm inclined to agree. Therefore, it stands to reason he would have walked by a road to get home. Oh, he convinced me more than I convinced him. Listen, it's not like I'm just rushing to a guilty verdict or anything. I just need a concrete reason as to why the defendant would have taken Calabash Road.
He's got a point.
If you lay it all out for me, I might just reconsider.
Wow, this is the most reasonable juror we've ever met.
Why might Soseki have taken a long way home?
If we're going to convince him to change his verdict, we'll have to argue logically. Logic. Hey, Sherlock!
So basically, the kind of stuff to the grab was scary.
Okay. I think at this point, I'll try and press some of that. I want to see any more evidence that we have. So we have the crime scene photo. Not really much going on here. We got a book. Can't really make out any of that. Book. Can't make out any of that. All that. Can't make out any of that.
Her coat is so poofy, too.
It is poof.
And there's no blood.
No, that's like another thing that throws us all off. All right, we should look at the knife. I don't think we have. Let's,
There's no blood on it.
That is a wonderful point.
Oh, that too. Oh, Naruhodo, take a look at the tip of this knife. It appears it has been chipped slightly.
Well, you're right. Good eye, Susato.
But where could the tip have gone?
It's a good question. This is just a guess, but it might still be stuck in the victim's wound.
Ugh, that sounds quite painful.
That does. Well, okay, that's about all we got from that one. Doot. Even though it is a very clean murder weapon for some reason.
Yeah.
Anyways, the kiss
Doesn't the murder weapon usually have blood on it?
Usually, yeah. Usually it's still got it on there.
When we're looking at it?
Yeah. Portly one in her early 20s, unidentified but likely Viridian green. Status. I like that. She's also unidentified but likely this certain person.
Mm-hmm.
Critical condition due to a deep stab wound. Eastern footpath on Briar Road. Yep, reported by Rolla O'Malley. His name has been reduced from her belongings. Remains unconfirmed. One single deep neck wound. No other wounds found. Perpetrator captured the next day due to a tip from Rolla O'Malley. Nothing from that one. There's the receipt. 2 shillings received.
Who's Rolla O'Malley anyway?
I would assume that's the witness.
Ah.
Map of the scene. I don't really got anything extra from the evidence over here, so... Alright, we're gonna press your statement now, lady. God, no.
What is it, sir?
Aren't you that landlord's wife? The one from the defendant's flat? We're not supposed to say that. It's supposed to be a secret.
My goodness, the very thought that I would be his wife, but I'm but a lonely maid.
She's still on the charade, even in court. Why didn't you say anything about this yesterday? We had no idea that you were selected to be a juror for this trial.
You aren't allowed to mention jury duty to anyone until the day of the trial. It was written in the juror's guidelines, so I simply had to abide by it.
The defendant Soseki is renting a flat in your home, correct?
That's correct, but he's only been here for about a week.
You live under the same roof as him every day, so you must know his character.
Ooh.
Does he look like the kind of man to commit a crime?
Yes, well, I can't say he doesn't.
What?
Just look at him. He holds up in his room all day and he has a suspicious mustache. His eyes keep dodging about. He doesn't talk properly and people gossip about him. People are saying things like he could be making bombs in there for all we know.
Oh, that's awful. How could they talk about him like that? He's just a harmless bookworm. It wouldn't hurt a fly.
I can't imagine what that must feel like. Having the maid talk might be more dangerous than I thought. Man, look, I don't even care. Just get this over with. I'm ready for the verdict. So you're not going to help me at all. And then that one. Just, come on, people. Give me something to work with here. What's with your attitude? A man's life is on the line here.
Shut it! If I don't get to work pronto, it'll be my life on the line. A fancy pants lawyer like you would get it. I do manual labor and I get paid by the day. If I take so much as one day off, I won't be able to feed my wife and kid. Got it?
Yeah, that sounds tough.
Every day I shop with the guild and they give me a job. First come, first serve. Maybe all the underground water gas pipes in eruption, see? I paid peanuts to work morning till night, digging up roads and fixing pipes.
Well, you're borderline.
Wait, this is what I needed. This is what I needed, actually. I had a thought, but I was like, this is not the evidence. I was like, what if the road was closed down? Then you would have to take a different route. Yo, dude, you're gonna save my life. Then does that mean you were digging on the day of the crime as well?
Of course I was. I've come to think of it. That day I was working in the neighborhood where my still bookshop is.
Dude,
What?
Your voice is
Could this be
borderline on Inspector Grigson right now.
Let me think. Marcham Road was the name, I think.
There you go. Now you're a little bit away from it.
Mersham Road.
That's one of the roads on this map.
Juror 5, please change your judicial findings to the statement. Please, I'm begging you.
Fine, I'll do it.
Thanks,
that
dog.
helps a lot.
Stay on Mersham Road all day when that lady got stabbed. Well, wait, do I have to push that again now, though?
I would think so.
I might have to say that it was
And he's
closed. Yeah.
You don't want to talk to old man?
I mean, I guess, but I don't know if he'll change at all.
Huh? I'm sorry, could you say that one more time?
All I said was hold it. Do you often visit Tattertail's Book Emporium?
Well, I go there to browse old books and I read them all the while I sip old tea. That's my life. That day was no different.
On the day of the incident, do you remember what time you went to Tattertail's?
I was looking at books all afternoon, then I left the shop a little before 5 o'clock. That's my life. That day was no different.
5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's right, when she was stabbed. Are you absolutely sure that you have the right time?
Sure, I remember like it was 3 days ago. At any rate, I had a really tough time that day.
What do you mean?
And our footpath on Calabash Road was frozen over. The snow had only just stopped falling on the pavement and I fell smack on the ground. I was knocked out cold. I thought I saw the Holy Mother beckoning me.
I was gonna say, this guy's wearing a green shirt and he was at the same bookstore, so I'm just like, hold on a second. Did you say Calabash Road?
Yep, my house is on the cornpipe, see? And that little footpath was the quickest way home from Tattertail's.
Juror 6, that statement might be important. Change your judicial finding to that statement, please.
I'm sorry, could you please say that again?
Oh my god.
Judge, take this over. Take this over for me.
That guilty verdict sent a dreadful chill down my spine. Some of their statements are a bit too irrational for my taste.
Yeah, they are. The irrelevance of a few of them definitely sends chills down my spine, too. But I have a better feeling about the ones who aren't dead set on him being the culprit.
Then maybe we can use those remarks to our advantage.
Definitely. See if we get some more info. Then if two statements clash with each other...
That's when you seize the moment and reveal the clash for the world to see.
Heck yeah. Did he change his statement at the end there? Let's make sure you did that.
Yes.
Yes, you did. All the pieces are in place, and we're gonna get our situation changed next time.
Ooh, finally getting somewhere.
Yep, we're getting the smartness. You're a lifesaver. You know that?
And
you're
then
a
that
lifesaver.
dude too.
Yep, you're both lifesavers. Thank you for wearing a green coat, kind sir.
And being round.
Thank you for being a fat man in a green coat that was apparently mistaken possibly for a woman. I do apologize.